Hi, it's Gene Simmons. Make sure you wear your shades because, well, the sun never sets on planet cool. And you're listening to Jeremy, aren't you? Right here. But you knew that.
The Jeremy White Podcast. Tuesdays at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific.
Available wherever you get your podcasts.
The Jeremy White Podcast.
With Bustan. For the best Lebanese cuisine in Montreal, it's got to be Bustan. Visit bustan.ca.
And loudtracks.com. Helping fans connect to their favourite artists. 100% high quality, officially licensed band merchandise that supports the artists you love. Visit our official band merch store at loudtracks.com. Watch the Jeremy White Podcast exclusively on YouTube.
It's so cool to talk to you. The first time we ever met was August 12th, 2014. I bought the whole meet and greet and the backstage tour thing in Toronto. And the first thing you ever said to me, you didn't even say hi. I was wearing a Van Halen shirt. And you just came over and started autographing my shirt. And you said, you know, I discovered this band you're wearing. And you told me the whole story. And, you know, this year...
That's true.
Yeah, I know. And I got to tell you, you know, Van Halen is one of my favorite bands of all time. I got the logo tattooed on my arm. And
Mine too. There's no jokes there. This is legitimately especially Edward. He never liked Eddie for some reason. But you have to give... when Eddie came along, nobody played like that. I'm not even talking about the quality of the songs or Dave's completely taking the front man to the nth level. I mean, at that time, Dave was the king. There was nobody. If Jagger stood next to him, it would be like, you know, sixth grader. And he really took it all the way. The whole band, the musicianship, the songwriting. But when Edward would get in front of that stage and start tapping and stuff, which I'd never seen before. Apparently it had been done by jazz musicians and everything. Your jaw drops. Clearly, no one since Hendrix had that kind of impact.
No. And, you know, the day he passed away, I saw a video of you just, you know, getting choked up about the passing. And it really made me emotional just to see, you know, like his passing, it really took the world. It really shocked everybody. And, you know, just to see somebody like you who really was there from day one in a way, you know, recording the demos and really getting them into the studio and giving them that confidence to say, hey, we actually could be a band. You know, I really think that you played a major role in getting the world Van Halen. So I just wanted to say thank you, Gene.
Well, the major role was played by their mom and dad. After that, you know, you're born with a clean slate and life is what you make it. And if anybody deserves credit for doing anything, it's the brothers, Alex and Edward, who many people don't know actually started off playing on each other's instrument. Originally, Alex was the guitar player. Edward was the drummer. And imagine the talent in that family that they switched. And Edward actually was an accomplished keyboard player. That the jump keyboards and stuff, that's Edward.
Yeah.
Can't say enough about the band.
No.
And for those of you that want to hear what I did when I produced the 15 songs that went into the demo, recorded Electric Lady, you know, it's out there, unfortunately, as bootleggers. So I've never released it, and I gave the 24-track original to to the guys and the management and all that before Edward passed, so they wouldn't think I'd ever put it out, because I had the right to put it out.
Right. Why didn't you ever put it out, like officially?
Neither of the brothers wanted it to go out. They actually, I guess, didn't think much of it. And I would say that there's some material on there that's better than anything that's been on Van Halen records. Specifically, if you're curious, click on Gene Simmons Van Halen demo and click in the word the original version of House of Pain is like a locomotive that doesn't stop, and your jaw would drop. The House of Pain that's been recorded by them is tame compared to what this is. You'll be shocked. Yeah. And mostly it's live in the studio.
No. Is there any tapes of, you know, lying around of you playing with Eddie, or, you know, when you recorded the demos, did you ever get in the studio and jam with them?
Well, sure. Actually, my box set, which I brought out, was actually the largest box set of all time.
The Vault.
Called the Vault, yeah. So when Kiss came back from Japan in the late 70s, for some reason in the middle of the night I couldn't get to sleep, jet lag and stuff, so I wound up sketching out 3 songs. One became Christine 16, another one was Tunnel of Love, and another one was Got Love for Sale. And often I'd go in and play all the instruments, but it would take forever because I'm not a great drummer. I can just barely get by. So you kind of stop and go and stop and go. Let me kick in that kick and I'll put in the hi-hat on top because I can't quite get my hands. So I'd play the guitars and the background vocals and all that, but I didn't have the time. Next day we had to do stuff. So I called the guys, and both Alex and Edward showed up at the studio early, late at night, early morning, and we cut those 3 songs. In fact, one take, Edward did solo on Christine 16 that was so good, I forced Ace to do that solo note for note. So the solo that you hear on the Christine 16 song that eventually came out, became somewhat of a hit, is note for note the Eddie Van Halen solo from the demo.
Wow. I didn't know that, at all.
Ace was furious.
What was Ace's reaction? Like, you got to be kidding me. I'm not playing Eddie Van Halen.
I don't want to play anybody else's thing. Well, you're playing Jimmy Page's licks. What's the difference?
Very true. Very true.